guys, here we are from the trailer reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to the trailer for the movie Clash.
It's prom here because this looks like a real movie.
This looks like a film. I don't know anything about this, but I can see it's written in some other language on top of it, so I'm wondering if this is originally in English or not.
Well,
we're going to find out. Have not heard nothing about this, but let's give it a thing. It's not a documentary, so it's got that going for it.
It's got that in its favor. We'll dive in and see what the fuck's going on.
All right, so that's a real movie. It's not in English.
Sure.
It's not a subject I know too much about.
Oh, yeah. Let's get that out of the way. We have absolutely no context or non-ignorant thoughts about this.
There's a blurb in the beginning. It's from 2011, so I was alive and an adult at this point, so you'd think I'd have some idea.
Sure.
But I don't. I'm not 100% sure what the Muslim Brotherhood is. If the reason they later say that,
bad.
well, yeah, well at least it's against the people in power, which
Doing
might mean they're good. I don't know.
Okay.
Or they could be terrorists. I have no idea. Because in these, I think
I've heard that phrase in like a bad light, like for like our news reporting. Of course, I don't know whose characters are on what. Again, totally ignorant as far as current events, history, politics, and humanity go.
Just judging by like the people in the van, no one looks like any type of criminal at all.
Some of them might be. Some of them might be.
It's certainly possible.
That's awesome.
But what makes me think is that this might be one of those things where the regime in power is not necessarily a good set of people, and they are just taking away any people that are thinking opposite of them, and that might make you a Brotherhood member or what have you.
Right.
It says a peaceful protest evolved into some horrible shit.
Yes. And like you get the feeling that like maybe not everybody in the truck like was even at the protest. They just got scooped up and they're angry at each other. I really like the idea of the whole movie taking place in this like SWAT van or whatever they're calling this like person carrier. Yeah, it's
I'd like to
you can't
know,
call it a paddy wagon because it's not Irish. No, that's racist at this point.
I'd like to know though. They said at one point 37 people died in a truck like this, and I wonder did the police kill them? They're driving through city streets? Did the people in the streets hate them so much they ripped the street up and they killed them? At one point the guy's saying "Let me out" to a crowd. So is the crowd on their side? I don't know anything about this to really know what I'm looking at. And it's one of those situations where, yes, I could watch it if I were more interested and find out. But I think I'd rather watch garbage movies instead of a real film where I have to read.
Totally. But this has things that make it stand out to me and that make it interesting to me. Because a lot of stuff is just like, oh, it's just a movie, and you're just crying and talking, and I'm not interested in this or whatever. And then you add, like, oh, it's subtitled too. Oh, and it's like current events and it's sadness about current events, and oh, why would I ever do that? But this whole thing about it seemingly taking place almost totally inside of this truck makes it super interesting to me. I'll never see it. But as far as like anything else goes, I think the trailer does a super good job. Job.
Oh, it's a good trailer.
Showing this like claustrophobia in there, and it's this weird thing, like you're saying, of them like they're going through all these different locations, right? There's the laser pointer thing later in the trailer, and earlier there's like it's like dark, and you're just like. And there's all these shots peering through like the chicken wire bars of like the doors, seeing like, wait, what's out there? Oh no, are we in danger? Right? Is this crowd gonna like knock this truck over and be like, you guys are bad guys, we're gonna kill you? Or like, are they like you're saying like on like your side and hey, just let me out. Let's just stop this. This is gonna be bad or whatever the fuck. Who knows? Very interesting.
Did you catch that there's one guy in the truck who's wearing like a colander on his head?
Oh,
He's
God.
in the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Really?
Yeah.
Like literally?
Yeah.
What?
He has one strapped to his head. I think I only see him in like one shot, so either he dies or comes into it later.
He's the guy like playing it like an instrument later when like they're singing and stuff.
Oh, maybe.
Or whatever.
I didn't catch that part.
You think that's really Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster? Is that what that means?
That's what that means. Yeah, that guy. That's the same guy right there.
Is that what that means?
Colander.
That can't mean that. Is that what that means?
Well, he's a political prisoner because he's religious.
Are they atheists protesting the theocracy and whatever this is?
Cool laser pointers. That's all I know.
But it has that cool thing of when like you're going from place to place and it gets this weird like surrealness to it. I think it kind of captured that thing of like you haven't had food or water and you're getting a little like out of it and it's dark and there's the lights and it's this weird thing. Like I like this.
Something about how the roof of this fucking
just shakes like a madman.
Makes me think if like 6 of those people pushed up at the same time, they could just get out.
Just leave. Yeah.
It also makes me wonder if it's like a set they made, like if they're actually in a truck from Moses, or if that's a removable top so they can get like the shot in there. But yeah, I'll give this trailer a thumbs up, knowing that I'll never see this. But the trailer is great. It does its job. It's a good trailer. But I don't like
it has I'm sorry, I'm just so it has like a 12 Angry Men vibe with like the different generations and like the tension and like the
that's not a bad
if you
comparison.
hadn't screwed up the country, then then this wouldn't happen. What were you doing out there and all these fucking things, and like it could be really good if it were in my language and about something I knew something about.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's our thoughts on this. Let us know in the
Pleasant
comments
surprise,
below what
sir.
you think about it. Until next time, don't die in a fire, and we'll see you then.